Speculation around the timing of a general election in Malaysia has flared following an announcement that the next budget will be brought forward. The government says it will now be delivered on the 7th of October. That is 3 weeks earlier than originally planned. The Prime Minister's office, however, says bringing the budget forward is not linked to the timing of a general election. It has been reported that UMNO party members have pressed Prime Minister Ismail Sabri Yaakob to call for an early election. This latest development comes as former Prime Minister Najib Razak returns to court for a second corruption trial over the pilfering of the 1MDB state fund. This is just days after his 12-year prison term began. Earlier today, former 1MDB CEO Arul Kanda, who is accused of abetting Najib in tempering audits, was called to the stand as a prosecution witness. And for more on this, we're joined live by Afif Arifin in Putrajaya. Afif, a lot of speculation on why the budget has been pushed forward, but officials so far denying any link with a possible general election. What then is the significance of the timing of this announcement?
Yes, well, the budget date has been brought forward by 3 weeks, and Law Minister Wan Junaidi confirmed this by officially releasing a statement this evening, saying that the next parliamentary session will be brought forward to 3rd of October in order to accommodate the earlier budget date as agreed by the Cabinet on Friday. But he did not specify the reasons why it was brought forward. In fact, Prime Minister Ismail Sabri told the media at an event he was at earlier today that the decision to bring forward the tabling of the budget is not something new. It has been done before as early as September. But understandably, this change in the budget dates have given rise to many speculations that a general election could happen very soon. Malaysia, as we know, has to hold elections before September next year. But we also know that there's been increasing pressure from within UMNO to call for a fresh mandate as soon as possible. Earlier today, UMNO President Zahid Hamidi also posted on Facebook saying that UMNO will not be swayed by calls from the opposition to delay the 15th general election, and that all these delays will give the opposition more time to double their propaganda and increase their political attacks against UMNO. And also, whether it's a coincidence or not, tomorrow 4 major political gatherings will be held simultaneously in the Klang Valley, and this has only fueled rumours that the general election is near. Of course, political observers believe that this is a very clear sign by all the parties that there is a sense of urgency among them to prepare their machinery for the election. And political observers also say that the timing of an earlier budget combined with tomorrow's political gatherings could indicate that an election could possibly be held as soon as end October or early November. But at the end of the day, the prerogative to dissolve parliament still lies with the Prime Minister Ismail Sabri, and we'll have to see how he deals with all the internal pressure coming from his own party, UMNO.
Well, FIFA, let's look at another Prime Minister. Another day, another court hearing for former leader Najib Razak. Of course, there'll be many more days given the number of cases he faces. What are the highlights, though, from today's session?
So while serving his jail sentence, which he went into jail on Tuesday, former Prime Minister Najib Razak still has to attend his other court cases related to the 1MDB scandal. And today he was brought once again to the Kuala Lumpur High Court for an audit tampering trial. So this time Najib is charged with using his position to order amendments to the final audit report of 1MDB before it was presented to the Public Accounts Committee to avoid any action being taken against him. And today in court, former 1MDB CEO Arul Kandasamy was cross-examined by the defence, and he also testified today that he had no knowledge of that SRC trial judge Nazlan Ghazali, that he was involved in a nearly $1 billion loan to 1MDB. Of course, for context, Judge Nazlan Ghazali was the judge who had sentenced Najib and who Najib had said had a conflict of interest in the case, but that application was dismissed by the federal court last week. Now, Arul Kanda was also charged with abetting Najib to audit, amending the audits, but has since become a star prosecution for the star witness, for the prosecution. However, the court can only decide at the end of the day, at the end of the prosecution's case, whether to acquit Arul Kanda or not. So the trial continues. The prosecution still has over a dozen witnesses to question in this particular trial, and we know that Najib Razak still has 3 other cases. So his 1MDB saga will still continue.
Thanks for that. Afif Arifin reporting live to us there from Putrajaya.